couple helicopters that want to play. Go ahead and take care of that one. Not a problem. And oh, there's number 2. Go ahead and take care of you real fast. There it is. Oh, it's pre-patch, and he's got some healers, so he thinks he can stay alive forever. And there it is. Hey everybody, it is Robert the Bruce from Yesh Gaming, and you are watching part 2 of Mastering the Tank in Battlefield 3. Now I'm going to throw up a couple links here real quick to go to part 1. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go see that first. If you're still here though, let's get right to it. We got a couple of basic points first, and then we'll get to the main point in this video. First one is, if you're suspicious of something, shoot it. This kind of seems like common sense, but a lot of guys wait until they actually see the enemy, and that is just wrong. We roll up here, I don't know anybody is in this building, and somebody on my team says, hey, I think somebody's up there. Okay, just shoot the wall out. And then a second later, someone says, I think there might still be a guy up there. Oh, okay, well, let's try again. Oh, thanks. A second kill. That was easy. You have unlimited ammo. There's no reason to conserve it or to be cautious about how often you're shooting at stuff. If you're in a hardcore server with team killing, then you should be a little more careful. But you can see your own teammates popping up, and if you're communicating well with them, you're going to know who's where. So for the most part, and especially if you're not in a hardcore server, if you think something's out there, just shoot it. Here, I was just shooting walls out because my guys said they were chasing somebody back in there, so why not? I'll try and help out. It's easy, it takes no effort, and you'll get a lot more kills than you realize if you just start shooting stuff where you think there might be a bad guy. This next clip, the same thing. I'm rolling up in here. The enemy has this point we're trying to capture. I don't know where these bad guys are. I'm just shooting in all the typical bad guy hiding spots. These are often spots that I might be hiding in if I was defending this point. And we start getting locked onto, well, he's probably in that building. Oh, okay, there he was. That was a kill. I don't know that there's more guys in here. Oh, saw one for a quick second. Shot him. And, we're wounded. My tank assistant with me and my little tank squad is healing me. I'm still looking around. I don't know there's any more guys in there. Apparently they had a spawn point. I just kept shooting into this building where I didn't know the guys were, and I just keep racking up kills. It's easy. Don't hesitate to shoot if you think there might be an enemy. Now the next point is more of a suggestion than a definitive fact about the game, and that is in a battle against another vehicle, I prefer primary and then guided shell and then primary again as far as the order sequence I'm shooting. I like to get a shot off with the primary gun first, like I do there, and then while it's reloading I switch to the guided shell so it can have time to lock on, because I couldn't do anything during that time anyways. As soon as your guided shell's done though, switch back and immediately fire your primary again, because it'll be ready. You can do a lot of damage very quickly this way. Now the last little side point I want to make is if you're shooting at a chopper, be patient. Post-patch, the flares from an enemy chopper do not break the lock-on, but they do distract missiles even if you're laser designated. So what does this mean? Don't fire unless you think there's a good solid chance he's not going to pop his flares. Now if you haven't seen him pop his flares yet, once you're locked on, just wait a couple seconds like I do here. A lot of guys panic and pop them. Now, if he waits until you fire and then he does it, he's just a good pilot and there's nothing you can do. But your best chance of shooting him down is to wait a second, see what's going to happen, and then once you think you've got the best shot of him not popping his flares, then you take the shot. Now this final point is the most important element to any tank squad in my opinion, and that is that the secondary tank squad members must be prepared. I got a lot of video clips to show you what I mean. This first one got the fail stamp because I wasn't prepared. My rocket launcher was not loaded. Hopped out, almost cost us the battle. We still pulled it off. I had a good tank driver, but he is very, very close to death at the end. If I had been prepared and gotten that shot off quicker and started healing quicker, we wouldn't have had that problem. Now, here I am prepared. I've remembered my fundamentals. I'm ready to go. Hop out, we get a tank, I immediately get set up to start healing. Don't even need to. We busted that guy up quick. Now before I got back in the tank, I remembered to reload, and it paid off a second later because lo and behold, here comes another tank for us to destroy. We can argue about this back and forth. I'm sure some people will have a differing opinion, but I think it is the secondary tank squad members that determine whether or not most battles are won or lost when it's a tank versus another tank or a chopper or whatever. Yes, the driver is important. He has to have things unlocked, he has to be a decent aim, he has to know when to move and when to stay still, but the secondary guys can deal a lot of extra damage with RPGs. They control all of the healing. It's ridiculous to think that the driver should hop out and heal, because then the tank would be useless. The secondary guys have to know when to hop out, like in this scenario, and go hunt a guy down on foot if the main tank guy can't get to him. And then the building almost came down. I barely got out. That was pretty awesome. But they just have to be able to adapt to all situations. Even right there, I'm prepared, my RPG is ready, hopping back out. Things are happening so fast in this game. If you're the secondary guys, whether it's the CITV station or the gunner in a tank squad, you've got to be ready to take control of any situation you find yourselves in. That is what is going to keep your tank alive. It's what's going to kill the enemy vehicles faster. It is single-handedly, in my opinion, the most important aspect of any tank squad. Now, after the tank armor was patched, it's even easier for the tanks to get blown up, which means it's even more important for the secondary tank members to be on point, dealing damage to enemy vehicles, hunting down elusive guys on foot that are circling and getting shots off on the tank, and most importantly, healing even if they think they're about to die. It is absolutely vital now. A tank can swing the tides of battle, but they're easier to destroy. So if you hop in and you're not the main primary tank driver, embrace your role, keep your tank alive, do whatever it takes. Put some thought into it. Be prepared when you get into the tank. Have the right class loadout ready. It makes all the difference in the world when it comes down to that clutch moment. And that wraps it up for this video. And if you haven't done it by now, please take a moment and subscribe and share this video with your friends. It is the #1 motivator for me to keep putting out tutorials to help the Battlefield community. Also, if you're on PS3 and you're a fan of strategy and teamwork, head over to Battlelog and join the Yesh Gaming platoon. We're always accepting new members and we'd be happy to have you. Thanks so much for watching, and just in case you hadn't heard yet, only rookies camp the enemy spawn.